Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a mistake, right?
Don't know.
I want it that way.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
No.
Man, so if you guys are here for a Harley Davidson motorcycle channel, you're at the wrong spot. Anyways, Ryan Kruesi Originals, how are you? We're back again, and it's a really exciting day. Probably the most exciting day for me in the motorcycle world in a really, really long time because we're working on the new Dyna. I don't care what they want to call it. It's a Nightster Special. I feel like they should have called it a Dyna Street Rod because it's more like a Dyna with a V-Rod-ish platform with a much better motor in it. Sickest thing I've ever rode in my life. Dopest Harley Davidson ever made. To this day, it's everything that we dream of in the stunt riding world. They finally brought back the early model Dyna. It is the exact dimensions, front to rear, axle to axle is the same. The trail is 30 degrees, so it's in between a DX and a lowrider. It's really, really nice. It only weighs 475 pounds, which is crazy. We took the exhaust off because we're building an exhaust for it that we're going to have out available probably by the time this video's out. Probably not. Who knows? It is probably 30 pounds off with the exhaust, 20, 30, 20, 30, 20, 30, 20, something like that. We took a bunch of weight off of it already, so I would confidently say the bike's sitting at 450 right now. Wet. That's about 200 pounds less than an early model Dyna. It makes 100 horsepower. Stock. That's about 100 horsepower more than a early model Dyna makes. It is phenomenal. We're gonna stunt ride some new shit, and I'm really, really excited about it. But today, we're finally gonna get to work on it. This is the chopping block. We're gonna tear the front end apart. We're gonna get into this Showa dual spring emulator setup in here. I wanna see how it works. I wanna see what it is. It's new, it's magical. It feels really, really nice, and I wanna know what makes it tick. So we're gonna pull that apart. We're gonna measure some tubes. Probably gonna get some Pro 1 tubes coming. Gonna make it a little taller. I have played with it a little bit. I took the blinkers and all the wax shit off of it, you know, that they make you run in some states, but you don't need here in Arizona, so we throw them in the trash. We rolled up the handlebars. I took the shocks off my Dyna and put them on here just to try it out. This is not right. Do not do this if you own one of these. The bolt is too small. This bike is metric. So the bolt hole is too small, so they're a little wiggly. I just wanted to feel the height, and the spring rate is way wrong for this bike too, because it weighs 200 pounds less. So it's like sitting on a bike,
like a bicycle, yeah.
Yeah, it's like riding a bicycle. There's zero suspension back there. But I wanted to try out 14s because I really think I'm probably gonna go with 15s on it. That being said, we took the muffler off and we rode it yesterday with just a straight pipe. I have a little phone clip. We could drop in right here so you can hear how violent this thing is. Fast it lit that tire to limiter. It is so mother effing powerful for what it is and so light that it just melts a tire and it sounds like an F1 car. It is so goddamn fun. It sounds like shit when it idles. Really, really bad. So today we're gonna tear the front end apart and get into it, and you guys I think we're gonna be the first ones to do this.
Probably on YouTube, yeah.
I think first one, I didn't even know this bike existed. Does anyone have one of these out there that's watching? This is the most slept on Harley I think that has ever been, because I think they've been out for a year or two. We just stumbled across it in the dealership and I saw one at auction and I went, what is that? I have to have that. I want to build that so bad. So then, you know, here we go. We got a good deal, for sure. We're gonna get to work. We're gonna flip this thing around, park her in backwards. We have a couple special parts coming from Harley Davidson as well already from their P&A catalog. A velocity stack, like an intake with a velocity stack. A seat, they make a high back seat for it already that looks pretty good. I think it'll be good for riding wheelies. We're gonna try that out. Oh, they make crash bars for it. It has bungs welded onto the frame already for a crash bar. Like, that was a preemptive strike. Look at how light it is. Trent ain't very strong. Just goes to show. Trent's 135 pounds, 5'5". Let's weigh it.
It's about 15 pounds.
Looks about right. Grab a scale, it's in the bathroom. Let's weigh this shit. I'm gonna see just how much weight we've taken off this bad boy after slimming her down. Look at it with the radiator all cocked off, still looks hard. I am gonna get rid of this fairing, which I love the fairing. This up here is dope, but it is not gonna mount where I want it to. I wanna move this shit up a little bit higher. The bike's kinda all on one plane right now, which it looks good, but traditionally how I like them to kinda come up, everything should kinda come up here and drop down into the bike a little bit to get that old hard club look, you know? But look at that, dude. That's pretty fancy. That's gonna come off too, because we got some real fancy shit we're gonna put there. We're gonna run one of our top mount headlight conversions with something new and something real flashy. And then I would mount this onto it, but the mount's so nice. That thing just pops on with rubber, but I don't know, maybe down the road. That'd be a fab job for tomorrow.
About 9 pounds, 10 pounds.
So 12 pounds. What's that make it? 463? It's light. Dynas are like 650, give or take or give a little bit. Probably more, honestly. Dude, when you ride it, when you wheelie a Dyna, it feels like you're wheeling a big old heavy bike, which makes them feel very stable and planted actually. This feels like an FC, like it feels light and it feels very powerful. Take a little getting used to, but I'm in love. So I'm so pumped on this bike. Oh, I'll go buy one. Or 4. It's kind of like an old T-Sport. I definitely use some Loctite at the old factory these days. I got on the Loctite game real heavy.
Yeah, they did.
Bolt all. Is it unplugged right there?
Yeah.
Damn, that's nice. You don't even have to dig the wiring harness out to get the son of a bitch out. So much easier to work on. I haven't touched the motor yet, but this is definitely the easiest bike I've ever worked on in my life. Every single thing. To get the tins off, it's like 6 bolts and it's ready for paint, and that's it.
Give me a little
Haven't touched the motor. That looks like a nightmare, but everything else looks real easy. What do you need?
Give me a little screwdriver. The tab is like, can't get my fingers back there.
Just like this. Normally, every other bike, you gotta dig the harness out of the neck to unplug the headlight and take it off. But this is just right there. And
off. That was really nice. New bikes are so easy to work on compared to the old shit.
I think that box is hollow. We want to get more steering angle out of this because the steering angle, the bike's meant to lean, which it's a lot like a Buell Lightning up front, the old bike back in the day. And it kind of turns like one. They were really good at cornering, but they had little steering angle. But if you lean the bike over, like if you turn them around in the shop, you just had to lean them over and they'd go whoop, and they'd cut around really hard and tight. This does that as well, which is good for riding. Not so good for drifting because you want to be able to crank this thing out as hard as you can. So we're going to investigate this at the moment. Proper way to do this would be machine these guys off, measure everything out, and put a bolt in here. Because we can't really run one of our... Oh, dude, that fucking neck lock hits the actual neck right there. That whole thing's going to have to be removed.
It looks like it bolts in.
No, it's cast.
Oh, man, the bracket.
But I could take the neck lock out and then the bracket should clear.
Yeah.
Which, dude, I could turn that into a steering stop and then make another steering stop and the one over there and then just shave these dudes off. Oh, yo, I think there's computer shit under here.
Man, that's like...
Yeah, the whole mechanism has to be removed. Which we'll get the trees off right now. Let's just disassemble the whole front end, strip it down. R&D. You know, this is a bike that no one has built or done anything like this on, so there is no information. So, do we need to tear this whole front end down to do what we need to do? No, we don't. But if we tear this whole entire front end down and disassemble everything, then we know everything about it and we know moving forward what we can do in the future, what we can't do, and maybe we can invent some new shit along the way. So I'm doing a bunch of mock-up right now just to make sure all the stuff's gonna fit like I want it to. This is our eyebrow headlight mount conversion. It works with any like stock Harley Davidson spread. So you can run this on any motorcycle that has a Harley Davidson spread, basically. And you can run your standard top mount headlight and get it off the bottom tree. It just gives that more OG look. Available at KruesiOriginals.com. And every $5 you spend on KruesiOriginals.com enters you in a chance to win a custom motorcycle. You can even get some dope shirts like this one. This is my favorite shirt so far. Super stoked on it. But also, we also have this, the Kruesi Originals headlight conversion kit for Baja design style headlights and something new that I'm about to pop up on this dude. So I'm gonna mock all this stuff up, make sure that everything fits like I want it to, and then I'm gonna tear it all apart again, and we're gonna send all this stuff to powder coat because I want it all to be gloss black and nice and flossy. First thing I'm gonna do is mock the headlight up in this guy right here because I honestly haven't tried to see if these headlights fit in our Baja brackets, but I'm just kind of guessing and hoping they do. And I also don't know what I did with that headlight. Yes, I do. These should be on the website by the time we get done with this video. These are brand new. They're fairly available. This is the Custom Dynamics Shark Demon LED headlight It is pretty sick, and it's DOT approved, so if you are a motorcycle shop, you can sell these without getting in trouble. That's kind of a nice, nice ploy for the rest of us. She has a wild looking headlight. Which way does it go? That's a good question.
On the face it says top.
That's it. It looks, I would say, fairly similar to a Baja Designs, but much better looking. Got a nice little plug hole right there. The DOT compliant is really the biggest part. That lines up. Does it come with hardware? Oh, and you don't have to put all those resistors and all that other crazy stuff in there because it's all built in. You literally just wire it into your stock headlight wiring, and then that's that. It comes with these goofy guys to wire it in with, which if you don't know how to solder and use proper shit, this would work out okay for you. It's not what I would use. Where's the lock tits? Man, this is exciting. This is a good looking headlight. It fills this up. It's a little bit bigger diameter, top to bottom. So it kind of fills up the top a little bit better. Maybe fits a little bit better in the eyebrow, I would imagine. Shark Demon. I don't understand it. I don't know what that's about. Oh, I think it was the owner's dog. They told me the story. And I got to get a repeat on the story. It was pretty cool. It was like f it, call it Shark Demon. And then boom. I love that style. Like, what's the meaning behind that? Shit was funny. So that's what we called it. Everything that we sell, even in the prices, there's little like Easter eggs. The numbers and the prices will have different things, like some of them are my birthday, Trent's birthday, different dates that things happened here at the shop. Key points in our lives. To go down that rabbit hole now. Almost everything that is a Kruesi Originals part is priced, whether it be the change or the main price or something, but something to do with me and Trent's lives. The spread is a tiny bit different. I'd say this dude is about 3/16 narrower. It's a little more oval, less round. Give me a 3/4 socket deep. The tree pitch is aggressive, puts this up kind of high, so it gives her a bit of a gap there.
We are with a fork tube, but not just any fork tube. It's the fork tube off the Nightster. We're gonna tear this apart, see what's different, because it has Showa dual bending valve, which I'm guessing is somewhat like an emulator in these forks stock, which is nice. You don't really have to put race text in it, which you probably should because it's probably better. But we're gonna pull this apart and see what's different. I'll quit talking and get to work. Okay. So far, everything pops off just like stock. These are also 41 millimeter tubes. So they've gotten away from the 39 mil. That's been on, actually, because it's not a Sportster. I was about to say the 39 mil's been on a Sportster forever, but this is not a Sportster. As much as I want to call it a Sportster, it is not a Sportster. There's nothing Sportster-ish about it. So the belt is on the left side like a Dyna. It's not on the right. Brake, which means the brake's on the right side, just like a Dyna, or like a Big Twin, I should say. The motor is not a Sportster motor. It is its own Revolution. This dust seal is in here pretty deep. But yeah, there's nothing Sportster about this bike, which is nice, but we keep calling it a Sportster because the last Nightster was a Sportster. And it is not that. So
It's been knighted, sir.
yeah, Kruesi might not be knighted, but this Sportster is.
I've been Knightstered.
All right.
You can start calling me Duke Ryan Knightster.
Oh
Ryan,
no.
it's not your turn.
Hey, I'm gonna be
His
involved.
mic's off, it doesn't matter.
It is on. I turned it back on.
He's everywhere.
Oh, I want to be involved in this. I want to see what's in here. Fucking exhaust everywhere.
Yeah, hey, you done with this exhaust or?
I guess we could throw it in the trash. I don't really know what to do with it. Does anybody want stock exhaust for a late model touring model? No? Didn't think so. I'm gonna throw it in the trash.
Some dude 8 months from now is gonna watch this video and hit us up. Hey man, you still got that stock exhaust?
Had to lay her down, brother.
Spring?
Look at this. It's got a little taper down here.
Oh man, I should probably dump the oil out of this. Huh?
So, see that little taper right there? That goes down at the bottom. First thing learned. I'm glad I watched this because we never would have known. It's got like a little penetration.
Oh, that's pretty obvious.
Little penetration taper. Yeah, but were you paying attention? Did you know it came out the bottom?
I know by the way I laid it down which side was up and down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps if you
I wonder if Race Tech makes a spring for this shit. Christy Gunter, you still working at Race Tech? We need to have a conversation. Here's the situation. No one makes suspension for this bike yet. This is the most slept on Harley Davidson. Hell yeah. It's an early model Dyna. I don't know how this, it's been around since 22. Is that what we looked up?
Yeah.
21.
This is the first time we've used, oh!
Man, she let go.
Oh, man, he got it.
Cut it, cut it, cut it.
Cut it right there, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
This is the first time that we've used this 41 millimeter clamp. We've got the little clamps all over the shop for all the bikes. Different fork pieces. This is an old tree that we welded to the table, basically, but have never had to use it because we don't do anything 41 millimeters. Most early model baggers, we usually just switch them over. But anyways, back to my story. This is an early model Dyna. A very extremely high performance early model Dyna. Extremely high performance, extremely light early model Dyna. This is the dopest shit they've ever built. Like, you need to get the aftermarket going. Everybody start banging on everybody's door. Start beating up legends. They already told me they don't have anything, and it doesn't look like they're having anything, so go get after them. Tell them you want some shocks for this shit, because you want one. You're gonna want one. I want another one. These handlebars feel a whole lot better.
Yeah?
Yeah, it feels pretty dialed right there.
Oh, dude, these bars feel great. Oh my God, we could shred these things, dude.
Hard, dude.
We could shred these things. Harley, I think we need to buy another one.
Here it is.
I want one. Real bad.
You hook your foot yet?
Yeah.
Does that feel good? Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, yeah.
You hook your whole heel down there, and then like the bottom of the shifter, you can put your toe in. Dude, I want to drift it so bad. The motor sounds so nasty. I want to be slapping pipe. We're going to put some steering angle in this thing. I want to be coming out sideways, just yup, up, 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 up. Sorry, I'm eating lunch.
All right. Now, I'm not seeing,
No emulator.
or is it in part of the damper rod? Wait, what the? No, just kidding. It's right here. It's in the actual fork tube.
It sure is, ain't it?
Yeah. Which, you could just run regular tubes and get rid of that then.
Just run a Race Tech and a gold valve for a
Yeah.
41 mil setup.
Yeah. So if you'll come over here, take a peek. Can you see in there? That plastic red stuff and that white plastic. That's their double, what are they calling it? Dual bending valve. That's what Show is calling their dual bending valve, which from Ryan and I's guesstimate is like probably mimics an emulator setup like Race Tech sells, where it just has like a shim stack and the fluid moves through that. But it seems like it's part of the fork or the fork tube, so I don't think we'll be able to get it out and like take a look at it. If you could only hear the chewing that this man is making while he's eating this chicken.
That's really good. Well, let's measure them. Send it over to Willy Woo. Pro One's going to be setting up a set of tubes for us.
Is your mic on?
No.
No.
So we're gonna go ahead and measure this and get a hold of Willy Woo over at Pro One and get a set of fork tubes. Probably what? Gold?
I think gold.
Probably gold.
I don't really like black tubes. I kind of think like we go all black with the black. It looks pretty sick, but then
I think that one hint of chrome or gold,
Yeah.
and then maybe some gold bars. That's a nice tube. It's a real nice tube. Got a measuring tape, fork tubes down here. We're gonna measure this thing. Looks about 23 and a quarter. I'm gonna go ahead and hit up Willy Woo. We're gonna go 2 over, so we would like to get like 25 and a quarter.
I don't want to go like a full 2 over, so we get like a spot on 25. It'd be great. I really only probably want to be like an inch taller than what I am, but I'll slide them up and down and set it right where I want it.
Jace, I'll get you guys something dialed in this winter. Shout out Jace. I just got your text. So Jace is Fast Life Garage, something like that. Great painter. He's out of Texas, lives in Dallas, like the Dallas Fort Worth area. Super solid dude. We've done a few podcasts with him. If you guys listen to the Fast Life podcast, yeah, biggest motorcycle podcaster in the industry for sure. But he saw our last video of our Simpson helmet video, and I, gave a little shout out and asked for a helmet job, and he just texted us saying he'll get us dialed this winter. So keep an eye out for that. We might be sending our helmets out to Texas, or maybe make a trip out to Texas and hang out with Jace. We're calling Willy Woo right now. Put him on blast. Pro One
Performance or
Pro One Performance, yes. Willy Woo, I have a measurement for you.
Okay, are they stock? Like pretty much stock 41 stuff?
They're 23 and a quarter long.
23 and a quarter We make 24, 26.
You have something around a 25?
I don't think we have a 25. It'd be 26 and then 24.
And 26 would be like 3 inches.
Is it 24 dead on, or is it like 24 and some change?
24 and a quarter.
24 and a quarter?
Oh, that's an inch over. That's kind of really where I want to be. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Let me do a little digging real quick, and then I should be able to get you guys some confirmation on what I got.
Beautiful. We are on a little bit of a time crunch, but no worries.
Okay, yeah, let me, I'll try to get it done today then.
Okay, hell yeah, man. Thank you very much.
If we got them, then I can try to ship them tomorrow.
Okay, probably gold.
No, we don't have anything in gold. It'll only be chrome right now.
Oh, right. I can do that.
Yeah.
I'll go with chrome. I'm with that. Is it hard chrome or show chrome?
Hard chrome.
Okay, yeah, I'm down with that.
Cool. Well, yeah, I'll give you a shot in a little bit.
Okay.
Word.
Hell yeah, dude. Thank you. Well, I did want gold, but to be quite honest, I like hard chrome works better for the seals because you can cross hatch it and all that stuff. And the gold ones kind of always tend to weep a little bit because you cannot cross hatch them. You still get a good seal, but it's not the same. I think gold looks cool. Maybe down the road we'll talk Willie Woo into gold ones. But an inch is about as high as I want it to be, 1 inch over. I didn't really want to have all the tube, but
Yeah,
man.
with good stuff in them too, they won't sag as
I wonder
much.
if we could find a taller 41 mil dampener rod somewhere. Because if we could just make that an inch taller and that an inch taller, get an inch more bit of travel, and then an inch of tube, that would be ideal. Maybe we just make them ourselves. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. This could be the same diameter, and we could just put her in the old Milski. Curiouser and curiouser. How deep is that valving thing that's in there, that creeper stepper thing?
It goes up there.
So that's killing a lot of travel. Is that the top out spring right there?
Yeah.
It's a short one. A regular one is probably gonna bring it down right there.
You could probably get an inch out of it without.
Just changing over to different tubes, not having that valving set up in
Yeah.
there. It's holding that up a lot. I need to call Race Tech. I'll call them in the morning. Do a gold valve setup in this. Just tear apart the other one. I'll keep pulling the trees off, working on that, and we'll go from there. Steps have been made. It's only about that time. I'm pulling the trees off right now, and the next setup is interesting. It's different. It's kind of like this how the M8 Softails are. I don't remember. It's been a minute. But you got a long old guy that sets torque. Set your neck bearing pressure right here with this little guy up on top. And then this pinches on the post for the bottom tree. But you haven't really figured out how this assembles down here yet, but we're working our way there. We're gonna keep tearing this apart. And then we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do to make more steering angle. I gotta figure out how to get this key lock system out of here because it's a big damper. She's in the way. She's really a bummer. But we're gonna get that dude out of there. I'm probably gonna do a little bit of old school machine work on these trees and modify them a little bit just for my own purposes. But for now, we're just tearing apart. This is interesting. This is new.
Interesting.
It's a nice way to set her up. It's kind of like the old guys. That dude's not easy to get to though. Grab that bottom dude there in case she comes tossing. Yep. Just like that, she's apart. There's the top tree. This dude needs to go, so I'm gonna start disassembling that, getting rid of that, and I'm probably gonna get rid of that piece right there. Top tree will be done. I'm gonna get these powder coated gloss black. I like that better. Bottom tree, we're gonna start whacking on this dude here and seeing what we can do. I'm probably gonna cut this frame tab down to try and get more steering angle out of it. Not ideally the way I would like to do it, but that's the way we're gonna do it.
Or you could machine these stops back.
Yeah, but you run the risk of making them
Lopping
weak.
them off, yeah.
And also your angles are going to change the farther you go back because this angle right here is dialed right in to rotate around this circumference. So when I take care of that shit, then I got Nathan after that. I figure out how much to take off. I should have took some measures.
Go over. Might run into clearance issues there.
I'll get rid of that dude too. I want to put it in the mill and bump these dudes off, clean it up real nice, then we'll get it repowder coated. We're going crazy with this bike. I'm going crazy real fast. Those nubs are gonna have to go. Old nublins. I got an idea for marking this though. Okay, that's good. I need to put a tube in here now. Okay, that's good. Just want to be able to check my angle. I really wish I could get this side to rotate around. I want to check on that the one-hander side, you know, grab a hold of it and see how it feels. Hold that guy right there for me. Or be like right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think that's what's stopping this from going over too. Yeah.
Yeah, we get a little bit more that way, but that thing's got to go. But I'll set it up to this side. That's a lot. That's leaving nothing, dude.
That thing might need to go. Yeah, that's.
Little taller version of this with the doodad up here. Pretty them up a little bit and make them inch and an eighth for inch and eighth bars so we can run pro tapers. We'll see how it steps in right here. There's a gap. That's inch and an eighth right there already. It really just needs to be flowed back the rest of the way. It's only a 16th per side, so if you see like that gap, if we filled that in, just anything that we could just get this dude a top mount for sure. Yeah, I'd like to have oh yeah, I want to have a plate on the back. You see how we could do a plate and then have a little cable outing for it. With our headlight relocation kit, it feels a lot better. It raises it up 1/4 of an inch. That is a lot better. The bars are pretty solid too. Like this whole setup's pretty solid, but I want to get all custom-y and put some fancy shit on it. We got Jay from Jade Affiliated with us right now. Jay does all of our machine work. He owns a machine shop down the street, builds all of our billet parts. Everything that you guys buy from us gets made by Jay. That's why Jay is here, because we're going to design a new part and make some stuff for this. I'd also maybe make some trees. Probably I'd like to bring these back because they're all the way in line. I'd rather have them back just a little bit. Yep, just bring the bar back a little bit, bump off all these stops, and then we need to get a whole lot more the steering angles shit. I am working on pressing out the stem out of these trees. Not sure if I'm doing it the correct way. I don't really have any information on this thing at all. And I've never done it before, but I'm gonna find out. She's either gonna go or she's gonna blow up. Moving, right? Making some noise. There she is. Woo, that got me sweaty, I'll tell you what. Now Jay's gonna take this tree, he's gonna go draw it all up, take all the measurements and everything, and we're gonna produce some triple trees. Last thing of the day, I'm taking this guy apart so I can send this top cap with Jay as well. It's mounts like this now. I want it like this, a little more Dyna style, a little less Cafe Racer style. So we're gonna make a cap. These are closer and wider, so we need to transverse this. We're gonna flip it the other direction and then make this just a little bit taller because these are gonna have to come in just a little bit more. And then that will also give us more clearance off the tank when we move the risers back. So that'll make things a whole lot more dialed. You know what would be sick, Jay? Maybe we make them for 1 inch for everybody, but then we make me a special, we just bore these guys out. Cause look, that's like inch and an eighth, it just needs to be bored. I really wanna run some pro tapers. Like I'm really happy with the factory bars, they feel really good. And they're knurled, which is cool. It probably would be good to keep running the Harley bars and showing how well they work because they are pretty nice, but there's not any bar selection for 1 inch to 7/8. Anybody make any handlebars that go from 1 inch to 7/8? Fly-by-wire on top of it? No, they don't. So never mind. I couldn't run pro tapers anyways because I'd have to make the fly-by. So yeah, we're sticking with these handlebars. Pretty much stuck with these handlebars. Thank God they're a good bend and I like these handlebars. So that's it. That's how it's going down. Never mind. Talking out my ass. Let me pull this dude out of there. Hey, that being said, now I'm rambling. I'm gonna pull this apart, send this out to Jay. This thing's gonna be stuck here for a little bit until all the other parts come in, we put it back together, then we're gonna start shredding this and we'll get back on this project. July 14th is your last chance to get in on the giveaway bike. On Monday, we're gonna be building some new parts on the giveaway bike that will also be available, but they're gonna go onto the giveaway bike. We're just gonna keep pimping that thing out as time goes until it's completely gone. So every $5 you spend on KruesiOriginals.com enters you in a chance to win that bike. Plus we'll be in Sturgis August 1st through the 8th. We'll be at the Thunderdome riding stunt shows the 1st through the 4th. And on the 4th, we will be throwing a massive after party with a bunch of other people and stunt riding and giant bar, concerts, bands, people, party, wildness, Kruesi Originals, all that shit. Come out, come say what's up, stay posted, like, subscribe, ring that bell, go to KruesiOriginals.com. Thanks for watching. Peace!